Hi, welcome to Crystal's Journey. I'm Crystal,
And I am Van.
and this is a podcast about recovery and my crazy life.
So, what are we going to be talking about today?
So, today we're going to be talking about um, things that we want, but we think we can't have. So, kind of like, so, okay, basically, this is what we're going to be talking about.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the chase.
The chase.
Things, like all about the chase, like so much. Let me explain.
Yeah.
So I was at work today and a coworker and I were talking and he was like telling me that he was like, yeah, he goes, there's things that I want, and he goes, there's always the grass is greener on the other side, and he goes, there's things that I want that I can't have. And, he goes, and then I wonder if I could have it, would I still want it type thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like,
is it too good to be true?
Or like I have this huge crush on a certain somebody,
certain person.
Yeah, and and I often wonder, like, would I still have that crush on that person if he just all of a sudden was like, okay, yeah, would I still want him?
Do you still want do you want to still go after those goals if it's different?
Well, would I want him? Would I want him? Or it's funny because it's all about the chase. It's always like, the whole dynamic. It's like, that forbidden fruit type thing.
Now I know what you mean. It's
like
it's less about the destination, more like about the journey.
Right. It's just like, just the idea of not being able to get what just to because you don't know if you can have it.
Yeah. Once you get it, then what?
Then it's like, well, okay, well, now that I got it, do I want it?
Yeah. Do I want it now? It's like, you miss the feeling. It's like, success isn't always the thing that you want. Sometimes you want the thrill of not knowing if you'll get it or not.
Right. Yeah, and there's been studies done to about it, and so I don't know. I think I don't know. There's been studies done that say that that you get bored. Like the boredom, like that relationships that start out boring, because there's a lot of relationships that it's about chemistry, that are like on fire, that are like super intense, that are super fiery. Those are really not good. They're not healthy relationships because those are the ones that don't last, because they tend to not last anyway, because
the ones that are like fiery at the beginning,
right? Because they're not healthy, because they don't last, because the spark is it's too
spark. It's like if you create a spark too early, then that spark's going to go out too early.
Right. And it's not sustainable, because that's, and so, because they then after a while that wears off, and so they say their studies show that if you start out with just kind of that consistent, normal, the kind of, they say not necessarily boring, but like steady, normal, the progression, and what I hate to say, I hate to use the word boring, but kind of boring,
just like dull or something.
Not dull, but for the lack of better terms, just normal, the progression, and those are the ones that usually last longer, because they aren't so intense.
They don't burn their spark too early.
Right. And so those are the ones that, last, that generally speaking, last because they don't lose their spark. But yeah, that's probably why none of my relationships were last. I mean, I was in long relationships, you know.
They didn't really they lost their luster pretty.
Yeah, well, they were really. I mean, all my relationships were super intense, though. You know, they definitely were. They had a lot of you know,
too much friction, and eventually that friction will burn it all away.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff.
Yep.
There was a lot of it was like a lot of roller coasters, you know. There's a lot of ups and downs. So, but yeah, so I guess I'm not looking for, you know, like that. I'm just looking for, you know, I like Taylor Swift's song. I'm looking for my best friend that's hot, you know, that it's going to be, you know, my partner, that's, you know, going to be my buddy.
Yeah.
And that's going to make it, you know, that's going to, you know, be my friend, that's going to walk with me through the rest of my life and hang out with me and, you know, go on trips with me and go on walks with me and do fun things with me and, you know, go on trips with me and do fun, you know, like, you know, whatever, chill with me and sit on my podcast, you know, and laugh with me. I mean, you know, I don't anticipate anybody, you know, I just don't see me having any anxiety and you know, all those ups and downs that I had before.
Yeah.
You know, all the, you know, the roller coaster ride. When I was talking to my coworker today about, you know, what I was looking for, because we were both talking about like what we were looking for in a partner. Yeah. And, you know, like, and I was like, God, you know, like, I guess I hadn't really thought about that. You know, I just, because I haven't really thought about like what I really want, you know. But, you know, when he asked me what I was looking for, I was like, well, I guess what I want is I want somebody good looking, obviously. I want somebody good looking, but I want somebody funny, and I want someone confident. It's going to take someone very strong, and it's going to take someone that has no give a fucks. They can't. They're not going to, you know, they have to be strong and confident, and they have to be wise, and they have to be super mature, because I am not very mature. And they have to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like, describe what you think it is.
Just, you know, like they can't be like insecure.
Oh, they can't be insecure. Like,
they can't be insecure, and they can't be like, you know,
like, is it obsessive?
Yeah, no, they can't be worried about what I'm doing, or, you know, like they can't be like you know, like the insecurities and like, you know,
you want them
controlling
to
and
trust you.
yeah. I mean, they can't be worried about what I'm, you know, like they can't, you know, they have to have their own life.
Yeah.
And they have to, you know, they have to be secure in their world, and they just, you know, they have to have their own life. They have to be, you know, and but they have to also want to be a part of my life, you know. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but they have to also want to, you know, share my life. You know, I don't know. You know, but I also want them to want to immerse themselves in my world too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's going to take a really strong man to be in my world, and vice versa. It's going to have to, but it's going to have to. It would take a lot for me to want to be in somebody's world too, because I can't even imagine me being in somebody's life either. because it's been so long since I've been in a relationship that, yeah. Yeah, I can't even imagine. But, you know, I'm open to anything, you know. I just know that when it's right, it'll be right. You know, God will do whatever it, you know. But it was fun talking to my coworker about it, because this coworker of mine, he's pretty cool, and you know, I would love to get him on my podcast, but he's like totally like he's funny. He's like, maybe someday he'll be on the podcast, but not yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but he's like someone that I really like talking to, and he's funny. And he was like, yeah, made me think a lot about what, if I'm even ready to have somebody in my life, or what I want and everything. And so, yeah, the grass is always greener. So anybody out there with ideas for number 4? Just kidding. Anyways, all right. So with that being said, today's reading from The Language of Letting Go. The topic is achieving harmony. Achieving harmony. And so it's kind of long, but I feel like I want to read it. It says, when a pianist learns a new piece of music, he or she does not sit down and instantly play it perfectly. A pianist often needs to practice each hand's work separately to learn the feel, to learn the sound. One hand picks out a part until there is a rhythm and ease in playing what is difficult. Then the musician practices with the other hand, picking through the notes one by one until that hand learns its tasks. When each hand has learned its part, the sound, the feel, the rhythm, the tones, then both hands can play together. During the time of practice, the music may not sound like much. It may sound disconnected, not particularly beautiful, but when both hands are ready to play together, music is created. A whole piece comes together in harmony and beauty. When we begin recovery, it may feel like we spend months, even years, practicing individual, seemingly disconnected behaviors in the separate parts of our life. We take our new skills into our work, our career, and begin to apply them slowly, making our work relationships healthier for us. We take our skills into our relationships, sometimes our relationship at a time. Sometimes one relationship at a time. We struggle through our new behaviors in our relationships. One part at a time, we practice our new music note by note. We work on our relationship with our higher power, our spirituality. We work at loving ourselves. We work at believing we deserve the best. We work on our finances, on our recreation, sometimes on our appearance, sometimes on our home. We work on feelings, on beliefs, on behaviors, letting go of the old, on acquiring the new. We work and work and work. We practice, we struggle through. We go from one extreme to the other and sometimes back through the course again. We make a little progress, go backwards, and then go forward again. It may all seem disconnected. It may not sound like a harmonious, beautiful piece of music, just isolated notes. Then one day, something happens. We become ready to play with both hands, to put the music together. What we have been working toward, note by note, becomes a song. That song is a whole life, a complete life, a life in harmony. The music will come together in our life if we keep practicing the parts. That's cool. Today, I will practice my recovery behaviors through the individual parts of my life. I trust that one day, things will come together in a full, complete song. So this is pretty profound. So today, this is pretty cool. I didn't read this morning. So a lot of times before I go to work, I read this. And so this is funny. So I called my sponsor today and I said, because I've been wondering, like, am I working a program? Is my program strong enough? Because I'm like, I feel like I'm feeling stagnant. like, am I even in recovery? Am I working a strong enough program? Like, what am I doing? Like, what, I don't know. I feel like, am I progressing? What's going on? And, so I called my sponsor and I said that to her. I go, should I be doing more? Because I've worked the steps. I've worked, I've done all the steps pretty much. We're on step 11, and basically I do the rest of the steps on my own, and I'm like, so should I be doing more? What should I be doing? Like, I feel like, I feel like I should be doing more. And she's like, well, maybe you should start going to more meetings, and maybe you should start, reaching out to other people now, instead of just using me and being with me, maybe you should start, meeting new people. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I have to, like, are we breaking up? Like, in my mind, I didn't say that to her, but I was like, oh my God, like, I have to meet, like, oh my God, like, what's going on? Like, and, I have to start, like, I don't know, like, I started panicking, like, I have to do things all by myself now again. Like, oh my God. And like, my thoughts are like, don't make me do this all by myself. I don't want to do this all by myself again. But that's my comfort zone. That's me being scared to go out all by myself again and go to meetings again all by myself. But I'm a big girl. I'm 55 years old, and I can do this. And she told me that I can do this. And I know that I can do this. And I trust her. But my fear is, oh my God. But my codependency on her is, well, I can't do it without you. I need you to go with me. I need you to go to these meetings with me. And can't you just go with me to these meetings? And you could just go to these meetings with me, and then just go to you just go with me to these one meetings, and then just once, and then you don't have to go with. And she was like, no, I will. We can go through these meetings on the phone. I'll tell you which meetings that would be good for you, or we can talk about them. But you can go to these meetings alone, and you're going to be just fine. But you need to meet new people. And I started having somewhat of a panic attack because, but the reality is that this is good for me. And and I do need to meet new people in the program. And it's scary that I need to, and I'm actually getting a little teary-eyed because it is scary, but it's good for me to venture out on my own and meet new people. And I don't even know why I'm getting upset because it's change is just hard for people. I don't even know why I'm getting teared up. Except that it is hard for me. It's almost like a new chapter where she's saying, okay, now you have to leave the nest. Now she's worked with me, and she's done what she can, and it's not like she's not going to be my sponsor anymore, but she wants me to kind of branch out and do more things without her, and meet new people. And so it's a good thing, but it's also scary for me because she's not going to hold my hand. And so it's a little intimidating and frightening, but I'm a big girl. And so, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So what do you think about that?
I think that's cool. I didn't know she actually said that to you.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, this is something that you should do. And the good news is that I went to that retreat. And so I met a lot of I met some really cool people. And I know a lot of people that go to the meetings, that I currently go to. And so, I can reach out to some of those ladies, but yeah, it's a little scary to to put myself out there, because that's something that when you're in active addiction, you isolate. And so when I was using, I didn't talk to anybody. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but I didn't have very many friends when I was using. I didn't talk to hardly anybody. And so to actually put myself out there to people now, it's really intimidating. And so, for me, it's just a whole new ball game. And so it's like, for me to, are people going to like me? Are they going to, are they going to accept me?
Yeah.
And so anyways, yeah. So that's going to be my new mission, and I accept it, and I am going to do it. And so, yeah. So this reading goes hand in hand with it. Yeah. Interesting. Isn't it funny how God everything is always in line with whatever's going on in my life.
Yeah.
And God is just so good. So anyways, I don't know. Do you have any questions?
No. Well, there was one question. When are you going to eat that cookie I gave you?
Oh, yeah. So yesterday, Van was with his aunt, Deb, and they got me this cookie.
There was this little lemonade stand for childhood cancer.
Yeah. So sweet. And I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
I just haven't eaten it yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat it today. But they got it for me. The lemonade chocolate chip cookie stand.
Yep.
Anyway. All right. Well, so that's all I got today. Yeah. So if you want to get sober, get a hold of me in the link. Mm-hmm. And if you want to leave a comment, please do so. And like and subscribe, guys. Yes. Please like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Have the best 27th of June ever. Yep. Oh, hey, guess whose birthday it is? Guess whose heavenly birthday it is today?
Jesus?
No.
God?
No.
Who's heavenly? What do you mean? Who?
Grandma Wise.
Grandma? Wait, today's Grandma's birthday?
Mm-hmm. Grandma Wise's birthday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She would have been 89 years old today.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Grandma Y in heaven. I bet you she's up there dancing with my mom.
Yeah.
And Journey and Grandpa Bill and all the greats, all the goats. All the goats. All right. Well, we love all the goats up there in heaven.
Also, we love Taz as well.
Oh, Taz. All right. Have yourself the best day ever.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.